Greetings, my fellow philosophical thinkers. This is LL3 Thinkers Podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful swampy mangrove South Florida. And today's date is Wednesday, September 13th, 2017. Yes, the areas of Fort Lauderdale power is going popping around here and there. Plus, it's going to be others going to have some time. And I know the beach is been doomed, like all the sand has been like on the street and all that. However, the waters and the showers here do work. So the beaches are open. So just please be careful when you go out there. Yeah, I'm just in the library in downtown Fort Lauderdale, and I know a few places are starting to open up. So like I say, maybe back to normal. And I know there's other areas, like in the Keys, that still has issues. And I'm gonna help a good friend of mine I knew for about 30 years. Give him a hand on checking out this place. It may take a few days, but it's well worth it, and I'll give you my intake when coming back. And I noticed some people are talking about folks fighting for food and cutting in line and all that, or going right through the traffic lights that are malfunctioning, don't be a four-way stop sign. I'll be very sincere. Overall, the people are good, but you're always going to have those drama queens out there. I think the world should revolve around them. Give them exclusivity. We should just give them a ticker tape parade and a red carpet for everyone to go, I'm special, so confoundedly special. And this is why I like to call these individuals out. Yeah, I made a comment about that on Facebook, and the person is good people, don't get me wrong, I love her to death, and she actually asked me if I needed a place to stay, so always keep that in mind. But leaving the state's not going to solve it. But these are all these individuals, those particular individuals that fight and complain and bickering. That power's not back on. This is not back on. That's not back on. You know what? We all have this problem. You're not the only one. And I noticed too, some of the elderlies, there's some issues with them, and that is a real shame. I'm not arguing about that at all. But sometimes you got to always learn about off-the-grid survival. That everyone needs to look at, even including myself. And I'm like a caveman. I'll be very sincere where I live. Very basic. This time I don't even use the AC and no power. I just have my candles and all that. But it's hot out there, yes. And I know the homes are like ovens. And I have a camper, so I don't blame you. But that's why you always got to be ready in these situations. Always be consistent on prepping yourself by any means necessary, regardless if it's a hurricane season or not. And that's the analogy we should all be having. And of course, working together. And it is occurring. I'm not saying it's all bad. I'm not going to be a dramatic fool. So I'm just giving you my intake and observation, what I see around my community. I have a good friend of mine from Sebring, and it got damaged up. There were some tornadoes that spawned in that area, and there's like road warriors. He was just calling me on the phone. We was chit-chatting, and Robbie G, I love him to death, man. So give him a plug-in for that from Big Cat Concerts. He was telling me the gas battles, gas lines is a real pain in the neck, people trying to get supplies. So this is why we always got to prep up the best we can. We can never take things for granted. And I'm not just saying you people. It's like even myself. I say this in plurality and in solidarity. We always got to be ready at the best of our abilities and try to prep up a few things here, a few things there. And you know what? Trust me, you build up a great mass collection. You'd be like, wow. And I can tell you that firsthand. I don't have to really explain in specific details. So yes, it is hot outside. However, it's going to be raining, so it'll be cooling down, which is really neat. So I'm not going to be going too many articles. I just give you my intake. However, I'm going to actually look at one article. That's from an opinion from Ron Paul. Came out yesterday to be exact. Former Congressman Ron Paul. One that they say he should wear a tinfoil hat. Ha 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 ha. You've all been duped. And the truth hurts. I like saying that because all those individuals that claim He's a food cake, cornball, and all that. It's all blown back in your faces. The reason why Donald Trump won, two reasons. One, the Republican Party screwed over Ron Paul in 2012 in Tampa, and the Democrats shafted Bernie Sanders in Philadelphia. Regardless if you love these individuals or not, but when you screw people that have good followings and great belief, it will bite you in the rear. Like I've been saying before, both major parties are in complete turmoil. And folks, if you're one of those one-dimensional fellows out there that believes their party's the chosen one and don't like what I said, I want to hear your comments. I want you to refute. Give me your merits to back up your claim. Because one thing I'll tell you something. Accuracy is essential. If you have these assumptions or discrepancies, you got no merit. So don't even waste your energy if you're going to toss that back at me. It will crash and burn. Not saying this out of arrogance, but in good faith. I'm still learning every day in my life. And that's why I like to share my information with you, my fellow brothers and sisters that are listening to this show. And I thank you. I got some folks from Dominica, Singapore. I have, of course, people from Ashburn, Virginia. He's been following me for years, like almost 4 years now. Is it 4 years now? December 8th will be 4 years. And people from Los Angeles, Fort Lauderdale. So I love it, and I thank you for taking the time, downloading, sharing it, even to my brothers or sisters out in Bangladesh, Dhaka, Bangladesh, and Mumbai, India. I think 2 cities from India. I got listeners out there too, so I think it's really cool. And hey, I just do it because I love it. I like to share that knowledge. Okay, this is from Fox News, which I'm not a big Fox News fan. Okay, just to give you guys a heads up. It's an interesting article here, viewpoint by Ron Paul. Crony defense budget hands SpaceX a monopoly. Why? Behind the high-minded rhetoric surrounding many government programs are often or even usually lies some grant of special privilege to a powerful business interest. So special. Yep. The most well-known example, of course, is Obamacare's individual mandate creating a guaranteed market for insurance companies. However, the most common high-end place for corporate welfare is the Pentagon. Hawkish politicians love sticking gifts to a big corporations in their yearly National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA. So it is no surprise to find an example of cronyism in the fiscal 2018 NDAA, which the Senate is expected to vote on this week. Ooh, all hail to the military-industrial complex, and say God bless the New World Order. Specifically, Section 1615 of this year, NDAA expressly forbids the Air Force from developing new launch vehicles by restricting expenditure to the development of new engines or the modifications of existing systems. This prohibition is supposedly designed to address the Russian threat, a threat manufactured by those seeking a new Cold War. In addition to flaming anti-Russian hysteria, this provision makes the company SpaceX the only affordable option for launch services. I know Senator John McCain, CFR Stooge, Bend Over Bob himself, is climaxing. He's getting so aroused. Oh yeah, I need another war. Okay, the union between politicians seeking to grow welfare, warfare state, and businesses seeking special favors from government solidifies the force of big government's control of Capitol Hill. Allowing SpaceX to obtain a monopoly over launch services harms taxpayers more than forbidding the Pentagon from purchasing Russian products harms Vladimir Putin. If this provision becomes law, SpaceX will be able to charge the government more than they could in a quasi-competitive market. This monopoly will also stifle innovation in rocket launching technology. Ooh, monopoly, we're so special. Despite the numerous public statements by SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, what a clown he is, decrying crony capitalism, SpaceX will not exist without government contracts and subsidies. I'm a glam boy, I want respect. Will you hand it to me and I'll love you? According to the Wall Street Journal, government contracts account for about 70% of SpaceX contracts. U.S. taxpayers have provided SpaceX more than $5.5 billion in the form of Air Force and NASA contracts. Can we say extortionism is okay? RICO is the way. SpaceX reliance on government subsidies will lead to it to behave in the way that distorts the politician and policy process. Companies like SpaceX have the incentive to invest in lobbyists and campaign contributions to make the government money flowing. These companies shower their largest powerful politicians whose political and ideological agenda dovetails with the company's demand for taxpayer subsidies. The union between politicians. Hold on here. I guess it's the same thing up here. Hold on. Yep, same thing. So I'm going to go to the next paragraph over. A perfect example of how the system works against the taxpayer is the relationship between SpaceX and the Senate Armed Services Committee Chairman John McCain, Republican from Arizona. See, I know. It feels so good. I'm getting so turned on. I'm going to war. I can't wait to climax. Elon Musk is a generous donor to both Senator McCain's campaign and the McCain Institute. While Senator McCain has in the past been lead sponsor of provisions that will give SpaceX a monopoly to launch services. Yep, he's spreading those butt cheeks to them right now. Give it to me, baby. Even though I'm old, but I'm so hot. I don't mean to suggest that Senator McCain is helping to start a new Cold War to receive donations from SpaceX. Anyone who knows John McCain knows he does not need financial incentives to promote a belligerent foreign policy. Rather, SpaceX supports John McCain because his policy preferences coincide with their business interests. I rarely agree with Pentagon officials, and it is where that I am on the side of questions involving military spending as President Trump. However, the President and the Pentagon grasp the correct in this protectionist provision should be removed from the NDAA. It poisons relations between the U.S. and Russia to benefit one company. Killing this piece of cronyism will be a great way to start draining the swamp. And you are absolutely right, Congressman Ron Paul. That's right, my friends. So all you Ron Paul haters out there, start eating crow because your agenda blows. So why we can have one company monopolize the military-industrial complex, according to this article? Hell no. Because they can demand more, suck everyone dry, rape, pillage financially. It's like their favorite man, their idol, their god is Alexander Hamilton. I say hell no to the empire. And to Mr. Trump, President Trump, stand down on this platform of SpaceX monopolizing. Yes, it needs to get eviscerated from the NDAA. Common defense, not imperial offense. So, what are your thoughts on here? You can send me your comments, all that good stuff. And to be very sincere, I just made this brief, so I thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share throughout your social media networks. If you have any questions, comments, or you can send me something that's interesting you may want to check out, whatever you do, please address your correspondences with decorum. You can hit me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Tumblr, YouTube, Scene.life, Minds.com. Oh, sorry about that. Oh my goodness, FutureNet.club and patreon.com/LokiLuck3 with 3 eyes. And Freedom's Network, they got to say that too. I've got my notepad, so. Okay, sorry about that. Furthermore, you can email me at LokiLuck3@gmail.com, or you can do cryptic types, LokiLuck03@protonmail.com. Alright, my friends, once again, thank you for your time. Plus, always remember that the demoniac resistance is helpful for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves, keep on spreading love, and may your guardian spirits be with you.